What is up, everybody? Side Guide here with Jimbo Review. Wait, Jimbo? Did I say Jimbo? It's Jimdo Review. I'm really excited to do this video because Jimdo is probably one of those website builders which is not that well known, to be honest, such as for example Squarespace or Wix. So I really want to talk about it and let you know everything there is about this website builder. I've dug deeper into this website builder and checked both the good and bad sides of it, so I highly believe that you will find this review helpful. If you are new here, by the way, I have more videos on this channel, so be sure to check them out if you're interested. Now, in this Jimdo review, I will talk all about the best features of this website builder. Who's it gonna be best for? What are the pros and cons of it? And in the end, as usual, I will speak all about the pricing. And if you're hungry for more, you can find a written review about this and other website builders on our website, mybestwebsitebuilder.com. Now, get yourself a cup of coffee or whatever you prefer, sit back and relax. So let's start off with the registration process. As in most cases, the registration process is very simple in all of the website builders, but here we have quite a different process with Jimdo. Straight from the beginning, you are going to see a ton of questions asked about the kind of website you're planning to build. It's not complicated at all though, as you will have to choose between one of the three options from the beginning, depending on what kind of purpose you mainly have. Whether you want to create a website, an e-shop, or a blog website. Say we want to build a regular website. Don't worry, I'll speak about the e-commerce features as well. Then you choose whether you're going to build a website for yourself or for someone else. So I like this option that Jimdo actually thinks about, the fact that you may be wanting to create a website for someone else. After, you'll get to move the slider and choose the answer that fits you best. Basically, you'll have to evaluate whether you're super serious about building a professional website or it's more like a hobby for you. I'm going to choose that I'm pretty serious and I'm creating a new business, because maybe I am. Then I choose my project name and choose what I'm planning to do with my website. I'll say that I want to promote a physical business and sell online, then mark that the products I'm selling are made by third parties. And then you'll have to answer where you're planning to sell your products, whether that's social media channels, physical store, online marketplaces, and so on. Then you'll have to say where you're planning to ship your products. And now the fun part begins. So you'll have to say what is your website about, whether it's about IT, law, marketing, consulting, or whatever else. Finally, Jimdo will suggest the color presets, but always remember that you can skip these questions if you cannot find your best answer. However, what I've noticed is that their recommendations are pretty accurate and are again pretty attractive, so I wouldn't want that if I were you. And you'll have an option to change these colors later if you want to. And finally, you'll get to choose from one of the provided templates. Now, what I liked is that they will check and offer domain names that are similar to your project name, and they will then offer them for you, but you can skip this part if you, for example, already own a domain name. And that is it, you're finally on your website. So although this was a super long process compared to other website builders where you just log in, choose a template and start building, Jimdo seems to actually care and first ask questions and then provide answers which should be the best for their users. That means they will then kinda generate the template which is exclusively what you want and you need. And yeah, I will be honest with you guys, this was the longest questionnaire plus registration process that I have ever taken, but I see it as a positive thing. Now, continuing this Jimdo review, let's see what's under the hood in the builder itself. So straight to the point here, Jimdo doesn't offer absolute flexibility and freedom, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. For a while, I was looking for an option to add additional elements such as buttons, text boxes, or anything else, but you only get an option to do that by pressing Show Elements on the left side of the screen and ticking the ones you want to appear or disappear in the specified section of your website. So, say you want some buttons to show up, you tick them, but you'll only be able to change the positioning of them by aligning them to the left side of the screen, the middle of it, or the right side, which is, well, pretty limiting. Although I cannot necessarily say that you might need this option, but it's always better to have that freedom. The same goes for the text boxes. You can align the text or minimally configure it. But yeah, you can change the fonts in the design section if you want. But again, it will change it for the whole website and not separate sections of it. What I found beautiful about Jimdo is that they allow you to choose from tons of different stock images. And there are lots of different categories, which I found super useful. So even if you're creating a gardening website, a photography website, or any other type of website, you'll find stock footage here. And you can also connect your social media accounts here and import photos straight to your website from there. Hey, and if you already find this video helpful, let me know that by pressing that like button. It just means a lot to me, thanks. So now, continuing this Jimdo review, there are a few more things to talk about. So you obviously have an option to add extra sections to your website. Text, image, news, columns, banners, list, music, and many more, so that's pretty cool. What I found unique is that whilst adding a music section, you can add a Spotify URL straight to the section and it will allow your visitors to listen to it. So I think it's pretty useful for the musicians or anyone who's building a website to show off their musical creations. And yeah, there are plenty of other options for those sections, which I actually found to be pretty neat, as well as they're really easy to use, and this feature will be enjoyed by most of you guys if you plan to use Jimdo. At least I found this to be pretty cool. As a matter of fact, I can understand why Jimdo might not have this absolute freedom over the functions. It basically doesn't allow you to make a mess out of your website, especially if you're pretty new to website building. Okay, now let's continue this Jimdo review by looking a little deeper into the e-commerce functions. Jimdo allows you to add extra products here if you want. So you can change the main information about the product, the title, description, image, price, and basically everything else. However, you can only do that once you finish your sales setup, where you need to add your billing address, set the payment methods, and complete the information about shipping and tax. But all in all, the editing process of the e-commerce side of your website is pretty straightforward and shouldn't be complicated at all. And additionally, Jimdo provides valuable information on how to improve your website's SEO rating. Not all other website builder companies offer such features and information, and I find it really helpful, especially for SEO newbies. So after you upgrade your Jimdo plan, you'll be able to access the SEO options tab, where you can add specific keywords to your website and potentially make your website recognizable amongst other websites on the internet. So I would say that Jimdo is pretty serious about it, and I see it as a benefit again. So before we go on to the pros and cons of Jimdo, you might be asking a question: hey, is this website builder going to be the best for me? Well, I cannot say if it's going to be the best option out of all, because there are lots of other great website builders as well, but you might find this to be a great option for you. Mainly, I personally think that it's a safe option for those who want to build a website in a short period of time and kind of want to forget about the future edits to the website. The building process is pretty straightforward and does not require a lot of knowledge in website building. And mainly, if you're a small business owner, my thoughts are Jimdo will provide you with the tools necessary to make successful sales. So, speaking about the pros and cons of this Jimdo review, I see their questionnaire that helps you set your website up to be a very quick way of getting what you might possibly want whilst creating your website. Additionally, I see their whole user interface to be pretty intuitive and easy to understand, and that's a good thing for those who are starting fresh in their website building journey. Plus, Jimdo seems to be pretty serious about the SEO, which is, again, a nice feature to have. On the downsides, I would mention that they lack the freedom to add various elements such as buttons, text boxes, graphical elements, and similar features. And the drag and drop feature would be a feature that would be truly beneficial, as it is always nice to have. Now, finishing up this Jimdo review, let's talk about the pricing. So before you decide to upgrade your plan, you must first choose whether you want to have e-commerce functions or maybe you don't want to have them. So, depending on your choice, choose between the website or the online store. My personal suggestion, if you say that you want to build a website without e-commerce features, at least go for the Grow plan, as it will unlock the option to configure your SEO settings, and the price of this plan is $15 per month, but we happen to have special deals where you sometimes can get a discount for your purchase. So my advice is, check the link down below and see if at the time you're watching this video, there's a price deduction. Links are in the description down below. So you will be getting most of this plan, plus additional statistics that will help you understand your website's traffic better. The same goes for the online store plans, as they're a little pricier, but we might also have a discount for them. So again, check the link below. And also, let's say you're planning to sell up to 50 items per month. I think that a business plan should be enough for you. But if you're going to list and sell more than that, get a VIP plan which will provide you with unlimited storage and other useful features. So that's pretty much it for our Jimdo review. I hope that you found this video useful, and if you did, hit a like button as it helps me a lot. And check out this YouTube channel for more video reviews like that. Plus you can find written reviews, comparisons, and more discounts on our website, mybestwebsitebuilder.com. This is Site Guide, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.